the last thing is as he finishes up his story, he says, as the Lich King was killed, and as he came back as the Wizard King was killed,
Right.
he knew in his previous life where this tomb was. He had it created. He had his tomb makers make this. Now, as he became the Lich King, he lost his memory of his previous life. So that is why he is searching, and he's searching for this actually vigilantly and diligently. He's trying to find these, and he's using several of the other icons and trying to barter deals with them also to see if they can find these tombs. Because if he finds these tombs, then power will shift from the Emperor, from the Archmage. It will basically all the icons will have to band together, and still probably not even endure the wrath. Well, they'll definitely endure the wrath of the Lich King. That's for sure.
Right. I remember reading tales of the old Wizard King from days of old. He was a force to be reckoned with.
He was.
If my reading pans out.
And Garados says, and he's a power to be dealt with in his life of death as well as the Lich King. Yeah, he is nothing to be. He is nothing to laugh at. That's for sure.
Right. Oh, what say you, fellows? Back to the inn.
I say we go back to the inn and wait until we hear from the Sahog. Well, I guess we haven't heard anything negative, so
we've got the map and everything. Yes, they were supposed to. Maybe we have a message
last time
from
on
them.
13th Age. We set up a meeting with the Sawagans.
But they were going to message us, Killian, if any kind of
if any changes
mishaps
would occur.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I say we go back up and wait to hear any bad news, and plan on going to meet them tomorrow.
Right on. Alright, well, good evening, Sir Gravekeeper Garados, I should say. Sorry for the mispronunciation there.
That's Garados!
I know. I pat the old chap on the shoulder. Good
On the
evening
fellow.
to you. Yeah, on the shoulder. Good evening, sir. We are sorry to disturb you, and rest assured we will keep your goings and comings the toppest secret in our minds.
I expect you will.
So I guess we make our way back to the inn.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way discreetly back to the inn.
Killian, don't go stirring up any more lad krakens there. Careful.
I did not start that one, sir. Mordecai did.
Right.
Those beautiful flowers sticking up look like.
Well, I assume Wilbur's carrying Mordecai. He appears to have fallen in some sort of comatose state. Wilbur's carrying him like a little baby now. All right.
That last critical roll really stunned him.
It drained him. Yes.
So can we link the rings and form Voltron and pour it out back to the town?
Extend my ring.
Bang ring, do your thing. What was that from the? The Fantastic Four or something like that?
Wonder Twin powers activate.
Right.
So you guys make your way discreetly back to the Come On In, and it, like I said, it's midnight. There's really not a soul, but as you enter, everyone goes up. Vance, you're kind of lagging behind. You were kind of nitpicking on several of the, the foodstuffs and breads that were still on the table. And Martha, she comes out. She is in her nightgown and stuff. The old lady type of nightgown. She goes, "Oh, Mr. Vance, I have a message for you." And
yes, I expected it.
She hands you a message, and I'm gonna type to you a message really quick.
All right. I was planning on heading back to the shanty to make sure nobody had broken in. Everything on the level.
Everything is fine.
Shanty, the manor house, I should say, the estate.
The estate. The Southern gentleman twang comes out now.
But it's not quite a plantation yet. I intend to hire a few chaps to maybe plant an orange field or something.
While they're typing Did anybody else get the sense when talking to Gyarados that we were talking to Don Knotts?
Yeah, and as you enter the come on in, like I said, the wife hands you a letter, and that's what it is, and it was from Martha. You know who Martha
Yeah, I'm gonna
is.
fold it up and put it with my other little keepsakes. I smell it to see if I can pick up any scent of it. But other than that, I'm gonna compliment
There
Martha.
is a sweet
that nightgown
perfume
is very
smell.
becoming, Miss Martha.
And she just pats her head. Oh, Vance, you're such the ladies' man.
Oh Lord, where is that husband? Where's that jar of yours? Is he off somewhere?
No, this is
getting
Ja.
drunk?
Haywood was the other one.
No, he's back in the
Martha's the
Yeah,
wife of the crab shack guy, right? So this is Ja. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused. Hey, Vance is having.
We
a
have
little
so
dizzy
many.
spell.
We have so many.
NPCs.
NPCs. This is Ja.
And he can send me for
Ja,
having crib notes.
Right. Well, good evening, Ja. Please attend to your beauty sleep. We will try not to disturb you for the remainder of the evening, and I make my way
Yeah, I'm
upstairs.
going to apologize for the lateness that we are returning to the inn and
Yes.
say we were detained unavoidably
She just
elsewhere.
kind of chuckles and says, "Ha, ha, you are not my children. You have no curfews."
Right.
It was more in case we were disturbing you and Mr. Haywood.
No, you're not. It's nonsense. Just carry on.
Okay. Alright, I go upstairs, look at everybody. Are we going to have some sort of round table discussion, or can I be off to my bed?
I'd say a quick comparing of notes would not.
Oh,
Alright, Gideon, alright.
And I pull out an ink pen and some parchment and start jotting down notes for my latest pamphlet, Tales of the High
dear.
Seas, volume 749.
How do you write such drivel, Captain? Oh, Lord,
It's
have
for the
mercy.
kids.
It's for the children, Vance. It's for the children.
Very well. It's your free time. Indulge yourself however you wish. But,
And Captain Tom swept in with a mighty blow of the people's peg leg.
Lord,
To
this
the-
style.
In fact,
To the
Vance,
dangerous
you're an
step.
entertainer. You should applaud what he's doing. He, like you, is entertaining the masses.
Well, being a poetic man by trade, I can't help but be somewhat overly critical of the captain's exploits with the quill here.
So
Maybe-
start writing a competing pamphlet.
maybe Vance is
I have higher
threatened.
forms of literature.
Maybe
Yeah,
Vance
maybe,
feels
yes.
threatened by the stardom of Captain Tom.
Yeah, it's 670 copies. Did you say?
Well, I mean, we are
Very
adventuring with
prodigal,
the
aren't
pirate
you,
equivalent of Tom Cruise here.
Okay. I was
Everybody
picturing more
on
of
the
a Tommy
island
Lee
sure knows him.
Jones as the captain, but all right, we're gonna make him nice and handsome.
Oh, that would be cool. Tommy Lee Jones, he'd be a good.
He's
yeah.
gruff enough for it. I'll tell you
right,
what, man.
Yeah. So when our game goes to movie in a couple years, yeah, I'll ask Tom. I'll just kind of call in.
You're gonna tap
Tommy
Tom.
Lee.
Yeah, I want to be played by Tommy Lee Jones in the
Okay, I call
in the
dibs on
film
Liam
version.
Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Enough, fellows. So, what do you want to discuss, Killian? The night grows long already.
It's about midnight, so you guys have a little bit of time. You don't need to meet the Sahuagin until the afternoon. Anyway,
Oh, we
so-
didn't receive any kind of
No,
letters
there
about
was
them.
nothing. No,
okay.
nope.
All right.
So everything seems to be on schedule for tomorrow.
Okay.
Very good, very good.
As Agnes starts braiding her hair or her beard for bed, she says, I do think that those rumors of the scry at the lighthouse must be true then. They're hiding that.
Yes.
Mm.
Very astute of you, Agnes. I believe the captain was the one who revealed that little tidbit to us. It seems you knew more about this from the start, Captain.
And which would this be about?
Well, the rumor that the captain told us about the lighthouse actually being some sort of scrying device to keep tabs on the necropolis, and that the whole mountain range that sprung up has blocked the view of it on
the northern
Point.
portion. Yeah, the northern portion of the island of Omen. Correct. Very nice. So I think Mordecai is still on the phone, but I do want to see if, and this is to kind of go back earlier, several hours in the day, before you guys actually went to the tomb. Remember when you were at the farmstead and you were flirting away with Martha, and Cuspis was speaking to Captain Tom, getting autographs, and free rings, and asking about the crew and all that other good stuff. Now I want to see if Mordecai saw you pass the note. Okay. So I'm just waiting for him to come back, because I want you to do basically a stealth check.
A roll off.
Yeah,
okay.
I want to see if your stealth is better than his perception, basically.
All right, no problem.
So well, I'll just kind of wait for him. I mean, I could roll for him, but I don't know if I want to do that. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah.
So the floor is yours. I mean, you guys can talk and discuss about anything you want.
Yes, Captain, about this scrying device placed in the lighthouse, what Agnes was just mentioning, apparently this and the tomb and everything is all linked together. Apparently the mountain range is a major obstacle to our friends, the Archmage and the Emperor.
Aye, that's true. The whole reason we're here is for the fact that the Archmage and the Emperor have no idea what's going on behind those mountains. There could be
suppose this could be some sort of army gathering of the
That's
Lich
exactly.
Kings? Maybe they already have information pertaining to this tomb or something.
That's the threat that we're worried about.
Yeah,
and
right.
With the presence of orc ships so close by that we heard engage the.
You thinking about that damned ship of yours? I take it.
Well. There could be a massive...
I assure you, Crispy Pete has got everything well in hand.
Well, I'm
Especially
sure he
if
does.
it comes to seagulls.
Right? Okay.
There could be some sort of task force sent out by the orc warlord,
right,
to recover the Lich King's dead.
Are they in league with one another then?
The Gravekeeper mentioned that he had reached out to other icons for help in finding them. So
I must have dozed off there a bit, Captain. Sorry.
Perhaps it could be anyone, but the key here is we've got to find out what's on the other side of those mountains.
Yes, that is quite imperative, and well, more to the point, after we settle this Sahagin business, we'll have a safe haven of sorts here in Gastron's Point. Without the worry of constant Sahagin raids and whatnot. Hopefully we can dispatch that business with a little work.
I'm wondering if these rumors of this living dungeon might also be something as some sort of agent of the Lich King.
The way you describe them, Killian, these are otherworldly things. Do you mean to say that the Lich King may have some sort of power over them, able to control them, or whatnot?
It could be a possibility if Garados was speaking of
high-powered undead.
Yes,
if Garados was speaking that the other 12 icons would have a difficult time destroying him were he to raise his council, then this might very well be something of his.
Everything is all orchestrated towards the goal of getting his graves back from what it looks like. Then is what you're saying. Getting his lieutenants or council back.
From what I gleaned from the captains in my discussion the other day with Blister, the way the Sahagin described it to him was some sort of great thing coming up from the depths of the earth and swallowing this third village. This could
about
very
the location,
well...
did we have any sort of information from Blister? It totally slipped my mind the other day when we
All he had said is that they had told him They had told them that it was
between
the other two villages, somewhere in the jungle.
Right. And this map, I pull out the map and I spread it out on the table before everybody. And this place here, I point at the location that Blister has indicated. This is which village then? Do you know, Killian, the captain?
Vance, give me that stealth check really quick.
Oh dear. Let me pull my thing up.
And I've got some plus and minus modifiers in there also, so.
Switch back over to the roll screen to see how well I fumbled that one. Oh dear. Yes, I think I maybe dropped the note one or two times before managing to get it into her little halfling palm. Dainty little halfling hand there.
Oh boy. Alright, so you guys carry on. Sorry about that.
Yeah, but yes, after I pointed out the location that Blister indicated, I looked towards Captain and Agnes and Killian. Do we know which village this is? And if so, what day? Out of character. How well detailed is this map? I mean, is it just giving us the meetup location, or does it have like a general overview?
It's a very crude map.
Yeah, it's a crude map. It's basically one of the old maps with a basically makeshift line drawn around it to what they think they may know the size of the the island of Omen now, and then it has like crude jagged spikes drawn for the mountains. So it's nothing. It's not done by a cartographer.
But no further indication of where the other Sahagin villages is.
There's just the two villages.
Just the meat point.
Yes,
but
correct.
There's just two villages on it. Okay, so we do have the boat.
There was a third. There was a third, but it was consumed by something.
I get out a piece of drawing charcoal or something. I assume there's something like that laying around, and I draw a big circle around both of the villages. And I say, so I presume that this third village would be somewhere in this general area here. Maybe we should, once we locate our meeting point, if all goes well, we could maybe try and find the location of this dungeon. I'm very, very, very apprehensive about indulging in that type of heroing work, so to say.
And we want to be careful we don't go too far into the other Sahagwin village just by ourselves.
Well, one has hopes that we can defuse the whole situation and come to an amicable agreement between all the Sahagin. But wholesale slaughter is right up your wheelhouse there, Agnes. So we may just wipe out the entire village. Who knows? I'm being quite facetious now.
Maybe if these talks with the peaceful group of Sawagans go well, maybe we could convince them to bring a couple of representatives from the other village.
But it's my understanding that the Reds, and I do a little air quotes, the Reds will also be there. The meeting that we are going to partake in is a meeting of both of these tribes. Right, Captain? Speak up, man.
Well, the meeting is just with the whites, but they are going to try to broker something with the Red
I'm totally oblivious.
No problem. Hey, no problem at all.
That's what I was trying to suggest.
I'm going by what the captain relayed to me.
If we could convince the whites to maybe see if they could get a couple of the higher-ranking Red Sawagin to agree
this
to a
danger
meeting in a neutral place.
Living dungeon is a danger to both of these tribes. Maybe they can come to some sort of agreement about eradicating that, or
the danger of the living dungeon
ameliorate it
is not strictly limited to the Sawagin. Remember, I said it moves
but
about.
It's a very immediate threat to them, though, Killian. It's
right
in their
immediate threat
neighborhood.
to the entire island.
Right.
It could very well come up and swallow the entirety of Gastron's Point.
You're always very flowery in your speech, killing this damn thing. I'm afraid to even go to sleep now. Is it going to eat me while I'm sleeping here, Killian? The thing grows by feeding on things, from what you've told me, right?
That's what I had read about. Yes.
Okay, well, we can do as the captain suggests, shut it down or whatnot, right, Cap? Cap, you're awful quiet tonight. Are you constipated or something?
No, I was just a little deep in thought.
Oh, what sort of ruminations are going about in that brain of yours?
Oh, I'm just considering the possibilities of what could be on the other side of those mountains, and perhaps what the
our graves very like.
Perhaps, and what the Sahagwin might have to say.
Are you worried about? Are you thinking about the Emerald Queen at all in there?
And
That's
of course, on the forefront of my mind is my ship.
He's writing his little tales here while we carry on. The Emerald Queen is flitting about, guns are-blazing, orc ships all about it.
I'm ready to retire for the night so that we can get a good rest before speaking to these Sahagwin.
And hopefully we could finally get rid of the last of this white ghost shivers.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit chipper myself there, Agnes. How about you?
Been better, been worse.
Oh, really? As I slyly slide my arm around her. You feeling good tonight, madam?
Good enough to take off that arm.
I see you're in high spirits. I am confident you will overcome the white ghost shivers.
I'm going to kind of just back into a room and go to bed at this point.
Good evening, Killian.
Good enough to take that arm off. I love it.
But yeah, I'm going to retire as well, Dave.
Okay, so we'll say that everyone retires for the evening. So guess what time it is, everybody? It is DC 15 Constitution check time. We
Do
are
you want
going to see.
Constitution or do you want Endurance again?
I want. You can go ahead and do a. Yeah, you can do Endurance as well. You can add that in.
Okay.
So, DC 15. I'll roll for Mordecai. I'll need just a second from everyone.
I feel a bit queasy.
Does Wilbur get his +9 again? Is that what you want from him?
Wilbur.
Plus.
I hate this
So
roller.
1, 2, 5, 8. I'd say +8 would be fine.
Killing a bit down in the mouth, are you?
Nope. Wilbur didn't do too well on that one. Wilbur explodes in a cloud of feathers.
I think we're all a little.
I did fine.
Yeah,
I got a 20.
Yeah, right on.
All right, so Vance,
Caps.
you go from stage 1, White Ghost Shivers. You are back down to White Ghost Shivers level 2. Now you're starting to feel bad as you felt the previous night.
Okay. So two
yes.
less. Okay.
Yep. So you have you're down 2 recoveries. So you're back at level 2. Let's see who else. Let's see.
I got a
Flint.
7.
You're cured,
I succeeded.
Tom Flint. You're actually feeling quite well the next morning. You feel like you could eat a horse. Vance, like I said, you're back to level 2. Agnes, you're back to level 2.
Wilbur's probably back to level 2, if not 3, from that roll.
No, blood is not protruding out of his eyes yet, Captain.
Wilbur just drops dead immediately after making that roll.
As soon as I wake up, I run to the restroom. I have a terrible fit of diarrhea.
Yes, you are big time.
Do not come to the bathroom for at least an hour, folks. I do not want to assail your nostrils with such foul odors.
Yeah, you guys must have run yourself ragged the night before as you were trekking through the catacomb fighting Otiogs and Sturges, because
cold night
most of
air
you,
and stuff.
everyone feels bad. So everybody is down 2 recoveries except for Captain Tom. You're back up to your normal, but take the 2 off because of Wilbur.
What are you talking about? I feel great.
He looks like his normal self again. You know, his beard is nice and flush and, you know, nice and poofy, and skin. Everybody else looks kind of pale to you, Captain Tom, as sort of like a couple days before, after everyone had contracted the white ghost shivers.
Well, I just chalked this one up to my natural immunity to nautical diseases.
Oh, Captain, since you're
Show off.
feeling so well, would you mind going to get Ya to bring the rest of us a hearty breakfast?
Of course. And I'll like high step down the stairs.
Is that the peg leg hitting
The
stairs
door.
Oh.
Is this okay?
door.
Is this in the morning or have
This
we?
is
Yeah, we're in the morning.
Everyone
now,
is up.
Kevin.
Everyone
You
has
are well
gotten-
rested.
Everybody, everyone is well rested, but you feel like hell.
Yeah, right.
Like
I
everybody's
walk
down to
over-
recoveries. The door knocked, and I guess you go over to the door, Captain Tom.
I do.
So Eco is back. Small little Eco is back with more of these elixirs to give everyone.
Ahoy there, Rico.
Hey, Captain Tom, how's it going today? I hope
I
you guys are
feel
feeling
great.
better.
Everyone else feels horrible, but I think that elixir worked for me.
Well, that's good news because I brought more elixirs just in case, Captain.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
I'll
you.
grab
I'm
one
sure-
and down it immediately.
I'm sure everyone will appreciate that.
Okay.
I hear what's going on. I unlock the bathroom door. Captain, over here! I lean out with my trousers up a bit. Captain, over here! Pass me one of those damn things. I feel like hell, man.
All right, here you go, Vance.
Don't mind the smell. Don't mind the smell. Just think of it as Kraken remains or whatnot. And I take it.
He was
and I
a
chug
pirate
it.
for how many years?
I chug it while sitting on the toilet. Yes. Oh, good heavens.
Alright, so you guys get ready. I'm sure you guys probably want to grab something to eat. Usually
Right.
Ya has something delicious. So everyone gets, even Mordecai's up. Mordecai failed his roll, so he's back to 2, level 2 of what those shivers. But he did see you hand a note
Right.
to Martha. Because he was flirting with Martha too.
Alright, I recall.
So as you guys,
This damned eyebrow lady.
yeah, exactly. As you guys are, that's she liked that. She was
I would
she was
imagine.
liking that. So everybody heads down. There's quite a few people. A lot of the seamen from the Proud Mary. You recognize the same group, Tom, and there's a very familiar person down there, and he stands up as soon as he sees Captain Tom. And you hear a bellows voice come out, Captain Tom! And you look over and you notice this is Captain and Tennille. And Captain as in Captain N. Nathaniel. Captain Nathaniel Tennille from the Proud Mary.
Best name ever.
Ahoy there, Captain Tennille.
Ahoy there, Captain! Glad to see you. Enjoying yourselves in times like these.
Well, I can't say that I'm enjoying myself. I'm very worried about the Emerald Queen, but
It sure looks like it.
but we are doing fine in our investigations here.
Well, that's good. I think we need to have a word, Captain. I would like to show you several things that I have. So,
All right.
as you guys kind of step to the side, the captain has a pretty bellows voice, so it's not like you guys are in quiet. you guys are not having any privacy anyway because of all the breakfast down here and, you know, all of the other, you know, employees.
So easy to overhear with loud mouths.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down and eat my breakfast with an ear perked out towards this whole business here.
Sounds good. So, you know, Captain, he has Captain Nathaniel. Captain Nathaniel has a hook on his hand. On one of his hands, he has a hook. And as you sit down, he sticks the hook into the table. And he, inside of his sleeve, he takes his other hand and he reaches up into the sleeve and he pulls out a parchment for you, Captain. Now, seeing that we're down on the floor level now, I'm going to move us back over to the RP.
What is this?
Well, this is unfortunately, Captain, the message that I received yesterday afternoon as I was finalizing my preparations to have a little bit of R&R and let my crew enjoy a couple of days, especially now that we've finished our first lap of the Midland Sea since we have repaired the Proud Mary and got her back to sailing status. Well, as I'm pulling into the site of the island, there is one of the messenger seagulls drops a message to my ship. And lo and behold, it is a distress signal from your ship, sir, the Emerald Queen. And to my dismay, this is what I read, sir. And I just thought that I would love to see you, I'd like to see your reaction on this, sir, because I'm really concerned why you are here at Gastron's Point when your ship is halfway on the other side of the sea with a mere cook as its captain. And not only the captain of the ship, but supposedly you have left Crispy Pete in charge of the entire armada? A cook? What drove you to do this, Captain Tom? Why are you here in the first place?
Here, hold on. Hand me that note. I need to read this.
And he's reaching up into his sleeve. I'm trying to find it. Hold on, Captain. I'm trying to find it.
How many notes do you have in your shirt there, Captain?
I've got a couple for you.
All right.
Don't worry, because you're not going anywhere. So that's what it says. It says, to the captain of the Proud Mary, we have recently come under attack by 2 large ships bearing the marking of the Orc Lord, and I have engaged the 2 ships, damaging one, but the crews of the Orc ships are heavily trained, perhaps the best trained that I have ever seen. The crew is in dismay because of Captain Flint and Wilbur, his first mate, not being on board. But I, Crispy Pete, am filling in for my dear captain, trying to do what I can. The Emerald Queen was taking some light damage, but I think she has it in her to get us through this. Please move towards Threshold and Felicity to meet so we can finish these cursed Orc Lord ships. Crispy Pete. So, Captain, that was as I was anchoring several thousand yards off of shore here. Well, last night, I was just in dismay. I just like your crew, Captain. I had no clue that you were here at Gastron's Point until several of my crewmen came back aboard the Proud Mary and let me know that Captain Tom Flint is partying hardy in Gastron's Point. So, this morning, another messenger seagull delivered another message to me, and I think you should really read this, Captain.
Well, I'd certainly like to.
As he's digging up his sleeve to try to find this, he's trying to find it, Captain.
This is terrible news. I feared.
Yeah, it is terrible, Captain. You just wait till you see the new. Wait till you see the new distress. To the captain of the Proud Mary! And this is just figure this is in Crispy Pete's voice. We are in dire need of help, Captain. The Emerald Queen has taken massive damage, and she cannot take much more. I have a large portion of the remaining crew that is still alive, pumping water out that the flagship is now taking in at an alarming rate. Several more of the bastard orc ships has flanked us out of nowhere. Where is my captain? My beloved captain? I have failed him. I have failed the Archmage. The orcs will never take the Emerald Queen. I will sink her to the bottom of the depths of the Midland Sea myself before I hand over the captainship to the Orc Lord. Oh no, they are here. CP, as in Crispy Pete.
I can't help but let a little guffaw escape me.
And now the entire, come on in is just, you could hear, not only can you hear these crickets still cricketing or creaking, but you can hear a needle drop. You can hear a pin drop because it is so quiet in here.
We can hear Captain Flint kind of sobbing.
All right. I need to get in contact with the Archmage as soon as possible. I need to send a letter to Central Command, and we've got to remedy this situation.
I've already taken care of that for you, Captain. I've sent out several messenger seagulls this morning, informing the Archmage of what is going on.
We've got to take care of this immediately. If we lose the flagship of the Midland Armada, we're going to have serious trouble controlling the Midland Sea. And if the Orc Lord is sending out his ships to combat ours, we've got to take a far more aggressive stance. I want all ships posted on notice to look for any Orc ships in their area and immediately fire on sight. We will take no prisoners. There will be no survivors. We will crush the Orc Lord and his fleet for the glory of the Archmage.
Captain, if we lose the Emerald Queen, what else will we lose? Will we lose the Armada?
The Emerald Queen
will not stand by and find out. I am going back on the Proud Mary. I am cutting our vacation short, and I am going to try to find the Emerald Queen.
Good man, Captain Tennille. I can't thank you enough for doing this. I promise you that the only reason I left in the first place, and the only reason I'm here, is that the Archmage has some fear that there's something very serious going on in this island. He, when I saw the crew that I was supposed to drop off get attacked immediately upon arrival, I made the quick decision to join them in their efforts to help discover the problems aboard on this island. But now,
Captain, do you think that was the best decision? Not only for your ship, but for the entire Armada, sir? 40 ships depend on you, sir. 40.
I know, Captain. I'm not sure that it was, looking back. Perhaps I should not have left the Emerald Queen. Perhaps I should have kept up with my duties, and this would never have happened. But I promise you this. I will do everything I can to make this situation right.
I really hope so, Captain, because I am concerned by the looks of this this last seagull message that we had gotten this morning. It doesn't look good for the Emerald Queen, sir. It just does not.
Captain Tennille, if you can get to the Emerald Queen as soon as possible, I think you'll be able to save it. Because that ship cannot be sunk. Even under the command of Crispy Pete, I have the faith that the Archmage's magic will protect it.
It seems, sir, that if I read this correctly, the Emerald Queen was taking on a lot of water, and the remaining lives that were still on the ship were harboring the pumps to get the water out. Captain, I think the Emerald Queen is in grave danger, and I wouldn't be surprised if your cook, this Crispy Pete, sinks her to the bottom of the sea to visit his ancestors before.
Well, time is of the essence. You've got to get back aboard the Proud Mary and go and try to find the last known location of the Emerald Queen. And as soon as you find her, in whatever condition, I want you to send me a seagull here to this island. And as soon as I get it, I will respond appropriately. If we have indeed lost the Emerald Queen, I'll be on the next ship out of here, take back command of the fleet, and we'll solve this problem together.
We'll have to await word back from the Archmage, sir. Captain, I wish you luck, whatever your endeavors are here on Gastron's Point and on the island of Omen. Hopefully I will see you again, sir.
Aye, I'll see you again soon.
Alright, so he picks his hook up, puts his arm back into the cup of the hook, and tells his men...
Oh, so his arm was like a scroll case.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry I missed that, man.
Well, he popped Captain Antonil, he popped the hook off, and he was reaching up inside of the, inside of his coat. You know what I mean? His coat. And he was pulling out the scrolls and giving them to...
it's an arm of holding.
To the captain.
Yeah.
So he pops the hook back on the cup. You hear it suction cup there. And he tells his men, he goes, "All right, seamen, all right, mates, we're back to the Proud Mary." And, they're, "Ho ho! Save the Emerald Queen!" And they're chanting that, and you can hear them as they, this happens for about 10 minutes. The whole place is ransacked now. Not a drop of food left anywhere. All of the kegs have basically been taken, and they're gone. You can see that the boats are starting to row back out towards the Proud Mary that's sitting probably 2,000 yards offshore.
Friends,
I couldn't help but overhear parts of that conversation. It sounds like dire reports from the front.
This is possibly the worst news I could have received today. I fear that we may have lost the Emerald Queen, but the more serious threat is the fact that orc ships are brazenly engaging my ships out in the Midland Sea, something that normally they avoid doing because they fear the Archmage and they fear our power. If they have come out of hiding to start engaging us, then that means the Orc Lord is more powerful than we originally realized. And if we have indeed lost the Emerald Queen, I will have to leave this business here on Gastron's Point.
Yes, I was going to make the
Vixus.
observation, Captain. I noticed you didn't go with
Vixus.
that chap there to rescue your ship. You tend to leave everything in the hands of your subordinates. Quite the faith you have in them, it seems.
I believe it's not that at all, actually. I believe that the work here that we're doing is of great importance, and if I can see it done more quickly, I will. However, if the situation progresses much further, I will have no choice but to take back control of my fleet and to end this threat to the people of the Midland Sea.
And if all goes to pot, we can always fall back on the old crab leg smuggling business. Is that what? Is that what you're intimating there, Captain?
I'll have to put out a call to some of my former pirate friends and see if they can help us here.
Right. Okay.
Some of your former colleagues, sir?
Well, we know old Mordecai done away with old Crud the Stinky, so he won't be of any help.
All we can do
if
now
he was one of your associates.
Captain, there's also another. Actually, I want to go ahead and you guys continue. I'm going to put something in your journal real quick, Captain.
All right.
You've got another message for me?
No, this is nothing. This doesn't really involve you, but. Yeah, you guys go ahead and continue.
I mean, your judgment is sound, I'm sure, except for your little spell with the whole drakes. I'm not questioning you in any form whatsoever, but I assume you know what you're doing.
I do. You can trust that.
All right, I am filled to the brim, so to speak, with confidence in you guys.
I'll tell you this. We've got to focus on the matter at hand. We need to go meet with the Sahagwan and try to resolve this issue. Because the quicker we find out what's going on here, the quicker I can get back aboard the ship.
And perhaps it's the Orc Lord that's working with the Lich King. If we take care of the Lich King, maybe the Orc Lord will back off.
What's up, Chili? What up,
Technical.
Chili?
Exactly. Well, shall we finish our breakfasts then? Nothing more, Captain? You're not going to cry into your cereal or anything, are you? I jest, Chef.
Quite the opposite. I'm ready to go.
Okay, all right. Let me
Agnes?
finish up here.